Do you ever have a sweet tooth and don't know how to satisfy it? Well, I have a recipe that will satisfy anybody. One of my favorite hobbies is baking for my family and friends. One of my favorite recipes is chocolate chip cookies. This recipe is easy to make and liked by everybody. This recipe is fun and easy to make as long as you follow the proper steps and precautions. To begin, the tools and ingredients should be gathered. The first step is to gather all of your tools, preheat the oven, and gather your ingredients. There are many ingredients in this recipe, but most of them are pantry mainstays. The first step is to find a clean baking surface, ideally a kitchen. Next, you're going to want to find a baking sheet, a large bowl, a rubber spatula, a set of measuring cups and spoons, and then finally, you're going to want to gather your ingredients. 2 cups of chocolate chips, 1 cup of butter, 3/4 cups of brown sugar and 3/4 cups of white sugar, 2 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of flour, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a pinch of salt. Now that you have all of your ingredients, it's time to bake. First, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's time to mix your dough. You're going to want to start by combining the sugar, the butter, and the egg. After this, you're going to want to add your vanilla, and stir thoroughly. Next, you're going to want to add your flour, baking soda, and salt, and mix until the mixture is thoroughly combined. After this mixture is mixed, you're going to want to add your chocolate chips last. Once the mixture looks like this, add your chocolate chips. Your final mixture should look something like this. Now that the dough is mixed, it's time to bake the cookies. Start by making sure that your oven is preheated at 375 degrees. If it is preheated, you're going to want to place the dough on a cookie sheet. Use a tablespoon or a scoop to make sure that the dough is placed evenly on the cookie sheet. This is done so the cookies won't run together. Put the cookies in the oven for 10 minutes until they're golden brown. The last step is to serve the cookies. Once the cookies are done baking, you want to remove them from the oven. They should look something like this. Let them cool for 2 minutes. After this, use a spatula like this to remove your cookies from the cookie sheet. I prefer my cookies to be slightly warm. The last step is to clean your baking space and make sure the oven is off, and serve your cookies. Now that you know how to make cookies, let's review the main steps. The basic steps to making cookies The basic steps to making my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe are gather your ingredients, mix the dough, bake the cookies, cool the cookies, clean your area and serve the final product. I love this recipe for any occasion, and I hope you enjoy this recipe and get creative in the kitchen and realize baking is easy and fun to do.